Okay, so let's look at the practice set. Okay, if we look at, well, actually, let's look at the examples. Okay, so example one says that we have this angle, and let's draw this angle to scale as best as we can. So let's take this right here. And then we're going to take and draw another line to make this, and we're going to say like that. Okay, so now I have here and here we have a line, and it's intersected by a ray. Now we have to put some points on here, so let's put that point, let's put that point, and let's put that point. And this is point R, point Q, point M, and point S. Okay, so example 1A says name the acute angle in this figure. So the acute angle is this angle. Okay, so acute angle, part A, we can say angle QMR, or we can say angle RMQ. Now notice the letter M is in the middle because that is the vertex. So even if I name it on this side starting with Q, QMR, or RMQ, they are the same angle and they'll have the same measure. Okay? Now, let's go to example 1B. Example 1B says the obtuse angle. So the obtuse is greater than 90 degrees. So the obtuse angle here is angle RMS or angle SMR. All right. So remember both ways to label an angle. Okay. Example 2. Okay, example 2 says, in this figure, angle D is a right angle. Which other angle is a right angle? Well, we can see that in the picture, it looks like this. And they give you the little symbol right there, and that symbol right there. And then we have letter D, C, B, and A. So based upon this symbol, angle D is a right angle, but also angle C is a right angle. Okay. Part B of example 2 says, which angle is acute? Okay. Which angle is acute? Now, this angle A is going to be the acute angle because, as you can see, you can look at that and tell that it's less than 90 degrees. Angle C says which angle, letter C says which angle is obtuse. So as you can see right here, angle B is obtuse. Okay? And those are our 2 examples for this section. Let's do one more thing and let's go over the practice problems. So we have A, which says use a thumb and forefinger or your arms to approximate an acute angle, a right angle, and an obtuse angle. Now, since we're doing the video, we can't really do that, so we'll skip through part A and we'll go right on to part B. And I could show you possibly what this looks like, but I'll show you in our next recording. So letter B says describe each angle below as acute, right, or obtuse. So B is an obtuse angle. Okay. C is a right angle because it has the little square in the corner. And D is an acute angle. Okay? And one of the ways that I teach people to remember is when you see little babies or little puppies, you say, oh, that's a cute baby or that's a cute puppy. So it's something small. Okay? E, it says, what type of angle is formed by the hands of a clock at 4 o'clock? So let's draw a little circle. And let's see, 12, 3, 6, and 9. So 4 o'clock is about right here. So if I have an angle at 4 o'clock, the center of the circle is there. So I have an arrow there and an arrow there. Well, if it was at 3 o'clock, it would be a right angle. So this is going to be an obtuse angle because it's larger than a right angle. Okay. Letter F. F says, what type of angle is formed at the corner of a door? And we know the corner of a door looks like this. So that's actually going to be a right angle. Okay. Letter G. G says, which two angles formed by these oblique lines are acute? And if we notice, that picture looks like this. And we have angle 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So which two angles are acute angles? Well, the small angles here would be angles 1 and angles 3. Those are the acute angles. Okay? Now, that means that angle 2 and angle 4 would be obtuse angles. Okay? So H says draw two parallel line segments. Well, let's get our ruler and we're going to draw two parallel line segments. Boom. And then we're going to move this down at the same degree. Boom. These angles will these lines will never touch. Okay? So, now it's a segment, so it would have endpoints. They don't always show these, but these two will never touch. So those are two parallel line segments. Okay? Letter I. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. It says draw two parallel lines. So we basically would have the same thing, but the difference is if I have two parallel lines, they would look like this. And the only difference between letter H and letter I is the lines have the endpoints right here. Okay? J. J says angle H is an acute angle. Name another acute angle. Well, if we look at that picture, that triangle looks kind of like this. And we have H, F, and G. So this is acute right here, H. They tell us that. And angle F would be acute as well. Okay, and then part K says name an obtuse angle. Well, there's only one other angle, so angle G is obtuse. And that's that.